In just 13 minutes, this video summarizes the 2-hour-long Call Her Daddy podcast with Rachael Kirkconnell, posted by Alex on 29th January 2025. In this interview, Rachael discusses a wide range of topics, from her emotional roller coaster due to breakup with Matt James leading to relationship dynamics and her public perception. Now let's talk about the key takeaways from the podcast. Takeaway 1. Emotional roller coaster of breakup. Public breakup. The end of Rachael's relationship with Matt James was not just personal, but was also played out in the public eye due to their reality TV background. This meant dealing with media scrutiny, fan reactions, and a loss of personal privacy at a time when vulnerability was at its peak. Daily fluctuations. Rachael describes her emotional state as highly variable. One day she might feel empowered, recognizing her independence and even excited about it, while the next could be marked by intense sadness, longing for Matt, and difficulty in performing basic daily activities. Relatability. Alex Cooper emphasizes how Rachael's story of fluctuating emotions post-breakup resonates with many who have experienced similar situations, highlighting the commonality of feeling good one moment and devastated the next. Empowerment versus despair. She speaks about the internal struggle between feeling liberated by her new single status and the heartbreak of missing someone who was such an integral part of her life. This duality showcases the complexity of healing. Support system. Rachael credits her friends and family for being her backbone, providing emotional support, and helping her navigate through her feelings. This support system is crucial for her in dealing with both the highs and lows of her breakup. Takeaway 2. Unconventional entry to The Bachelor. Unexpected nomination. Rachael's journey into The Bachelor was initiated by her friends, who submitted her application without her knowledge. This unexpected nudge into the limelight was during a time when she wasn't looking for such an opportunity, reflecting the randomness of how life can change. Initial reluctance. Initially, the idea of being on TV, potentially as a villain or someone not taken seriously, was daunting for Rachael. Her reluctance was rooted in a fear of misrepresentation or being mocked by the audience. Curiosity and opportunity. Her interest was sparked when Matt James was announced as The Bachelor. His attractiveness and seeming good nature made her reconsider her participation as a chance to possibly find love, or at least have a unique experience. Co's impact. The global lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic set a peculiar backdrop for her decision to join the show. It was seen as an escape from the monotony of quarantine life and an adventurous break from the norm. Surprise and validation. Each step of the selection process was a surprise to Rachael, from the initial call to being chosen for the show. This process provided her with validation, boosting her confidence and curiosity about what this journey could bring. Takeaway 3. Relationship dynamics on The Bachelor. Instant connection. Rachael and Matt felt an immediate bond, which was evident from their first interactions, setting them apart from other contestants' relationships with The Bachelor. Reality versus TV. Their discussions were not about creating drama for the camera, but were grounded in everyday topics, showing a genuine side of their personalities that wasn't always captured by the show's narrative. Camera presence. Despite the artificial environment of reality TV, they managed to carve out moments of authenticity, which was challenging under the constant gaze of cameras and crew. Fantasy setting. Rachael acknowledged that the setting of The Bachelor was designed to foster romance, potentially heightening emotions. However, she felt their connection was real, suggesting it could withstand the transition to everyday life. No proposal. At the conclusion of their season, they chose not to get engaged, a decision made mutually off-camera, reflecting a desire to see if their love could translate into real-world dynamics without the pressure of an immediate proposal. Takeaway 4. Post-show relationship challenges. Reality check. After the show, Rachael grappled with insecurities, feeling less like a participant in a partnership and more like a sidekick to Matt's more visible role in the public eye. Power imbalance. The dynamic where Matt was the lead and Rachael a contestant continued to influence their relationship, with Rachael feeling overshadowed or less significant, which impacted her self-esteem. Public scrutiny. Controversial images from Rachael's past emerged, leading to public criticism and pressure on their relationship, with Matt feeling compelled to make decisions based on public opinion rather than personal feelings. Break and reconciliation. Their relationship saw a break, yet they maintained communication, showing the complexity of disentangling from a relationship that began under such public scrutiny. Insecurity and trust. Rachael's trust was shaken when she learned of Matt's interactions with others during their break, leading to insecurities about her role in his life and her own self-worth. Takeaway 5. Handling public breakup. Shock and public reaction. Rachael was blindsided by the breakup, especially since they had recently discussed their future together, making the sudden end even more jarring. Social media impact. Matt's cryptic Instagram post about their breakup was the first public indication of their split, which Rachael only learned about after the fact, adding to her shock and hurt. Processing time. The lack of private time to process the breakup was compounded by the immediate public reaction, which forced Rachael to deal with her emotions under the public's gaze. Closure through public speaking. By appearing on the podcast, Rachael sought personal closure and aimed to share her side of the story, helping fans understand the complexities of their breakup. Respect for privacy. Despite their public relationship, Rachael emphasizes her need for privacy in dealing with her emotions, acknowledging how challenging it is to heal under public scrutiny. We're halfway through the video. Thank you for sticking with us this far. If you're enjoying it, please give us a thumbs up and share it in your WhatsApp groups. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to comment below. To see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now let's continue with the video. Takeaway 6. Relationship dynamics and accountability. Argument styles. When they argued, it was less about resolution and more about proving who was right, with both showing stubbornness that hindered constructive dialogue. Apology patterns. Rachael often found herself apologizing even when she felt it was unnecessary, suggesting a pattern where she felt compelled to maintain peace, potentially at the cost of her own feelings. Accountability issues. Matt's critique of Rachael's accountability became a focal point of their disagreements, with Rachael feeling her efforts to apologize or take responsibility were not always warranted or recognized. Emotional responses. Rachael's emotional responses to situations were sometimes viewed by Matt as disproportionate, leading him to question how she would handle more significant challenges in life. Communication barriers. There was a clear need for better communication in their relationship, as their arguments often circled back to the same issues without resolution, indicating underlying problems in addressing conflicts. Takeaway 7. Future planning and discrepancies. Engagement talks. Rachael and Matt discussed engagement, but she felt there was a disconnect between these talks and actual steps towards that commitment, leading to her confusion and disappointment. Life goals. They had in-depth conversations about their future, from family to living arrangements, but these remained discussions without tangible follow-through, creating a gap between expectation and reality. Religious influence. Matt's religious beliefs played a role in their decision-making, particularly around living arrangements, which Rachael respected but also questioned as it seemed to keep them from fully committing. Disappointment. Over time, Rachael's disappointment grew as their plans didn't materialize into action, highlighting a discrepancy between their spoken intentions and the reality of their relationship. Red flags. In hindsight, Rachael views not living together as a significant sign of their relationship's issues, although she rationalized it at the time due to their frequent travel and shared time in different locations. Takeaway 8. The Tokyo breakup. Trip context. The breakup during what was supposed to be an enjoyable trip to Tokyo marked a stark contrast to their expectations, turning a potentially joyful memory into one of heartbreak. Triggering incident. An argument over dinner plans, where Rachael felt pressured to make everything perfect, spiraled into a significant emotional moment, reflecting underlying tensions. Emotional overwhelm. Rachel's emotional state was compounded by physical discomfort due to her period, which intensified her reaction, leading to tears and a sense of failure over dinner choices. Matt's perspective. Matt's reaction to Rachel's emotional response was one of concern, questioning her ability to handle life's pressures, which was a pivotal moment in his decision-making about their relationship. Final realization. This incident in Tokyo was the tipping point where Matt vocalized doubts about their future, leading to the breakup. Takeaway 9. Public perception and Matt's post. Cryptic post. Matt's Instagram breakup announcement was vague and did not align with their recent private discussions, causing confusion and speculation among followers. Public versus private. The public statement contrasted sharply with their private life, where engagement and future plans were discussed, highlighting the disconnect between their relationship's public image and private reality. Speculation. Rachael addresses and debunks rumors of infidelity, defending Matt's character despite their breakup, showing her desire to protect his reputation. Closure for fans. Her choice to speak publicly was partly driven by a desire to give fans some truth and closure, acknowledging the investment fans had in their relationship. Handling public life. Rachael reflects on how the public aspect of their relationship not only shaped how they were together, but also how they ended, underscoring the complexities of love in the spotlight. Takeaway 10. Moving forward, self-growth. Rachael sees this breakup as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth, aiming to reclaim her confidence and identity outside of the relationship. No contact. She acknowledges that maintaining no contact with Matt is necessary for her healing, despite the comfort his presence might bring, understanding it's essential for moving on. Future relationships. Through this experience, Rachael has learned valuable lessons about what she wants and doesn't want in a partner, shaping her approach to future relationships. Support system. Her healing process is significantly aided by her support network, which provides the emotional support needed during this transition. Hope for the future. While still in the throes of heartbreak, Rachael expresses a hopeful outlook for her future, looking forward to new adventures and love, demonstrating resilience and optimism. Here is a brief introduction about Rachael Kirkconnell. Rachael Kirkconnell is an American television personality who is best known as the winner of Season 25 of The Bachelor. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this summary of the Call Her Daddy podcast with Rachael Kirkconnell informative. If you're interested in learning more about these topics, I encourage you to watch the full podcast on YouTube. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like below and share this video in your WhatsApp groups. You can also discuss about this video by commenting below. To get more such videos in your timeline, press the subscribe button below.